It was supposed to be a night of laughter. My parents had organized a big family party. Music, food, cousins running around, the usual chaos. My wife and I arrived a little late, and I immediately began greeting relatives I hadn't seen in months. Everything seemed fine until I noticed my daughter Lily, standing near the corner of the room, clutching a paper plate with untouched food. Her shoulders were shaking. As I got closer, I saw the tears streaming down her face. My heart dropped. She was only 10, a quiet, gentle kid who never caused trouble. I knelt beside her and whispered, "Hey sweetheart, what happened?" Before she could answer, I heard my sister's voice from behind. "Oh come on, it's just a joke," she said, laughing loudly, holding a glass of wine. The people around her chuckled, though some looked uncomfortable. I turned and asked sharply, "What did you say to her?" My sister rolled her eyes. "Relax, it was harmless. We were just teasing. She said she wants to be an artist, so I told her that's cute, but maybe she should aim for something realistic, like working in an office." I froze, looking at my daughter's face, then back at my sister. "And that made everyone laugh?" I asked quietly. My sister smirked. "You're being dramatic again. She'll survive." The room fell silent. Everyone pretended to keep eating, but I could feel their eyes watching. Lily looked at me, her lips trembling. "Dad, can we go home?" she whispered. I nodded, placing my hand on her shoulder. My wife came over confused, but I just said, "We're leaving." My sister scoffed, muttering, "There he goes, the overprotective dad." I turned back to her and said, "No, just the kind who won't let people break my kid's spirit for fun." Then we walked out. The car ride home was quiet except for Lily's soft sniffling. I tried to think of the right words, something to take away the pain I saw in her eyes. "You know," I finally said, "every great artist has someone who told them they'd never make it. Don't ever let someone's small mind decide the size of your dream." She looked up at me, tears glistening. "Even if it's family?" she asked. I nodded. "Especially then." When we got home, I tucked her into bed, promising we'd go art shopping the next day. But when I stepped into the living room, anger replaced sadness. I scrolled through my phone until I found Lily's drawings, the ones she had spent weeks perfecting. I picked one, a beautiful sketch of our family sitting together under a tree, and took a photo of it. Then I sent it to our family group chat with a message. "This is what my daughter does while you mock her dreams. You laughed at her tonight. Remember that when she's the only one brave enough to still chase what she loves." I put the phone down and went to bed. By morning, the chat had blown up. Messages from my parents, my brother, even my sister. She wrote, "I didn't mean it that way. I was just joking. Please tell Lily I'm sorry." I didn't reply. Instead, I focused on Lily. We went out that afternoon and bought her a proper sketchbook, pencils, and paints. She spent hours drawing, her small hands moving with quiet determination. Days passed, and then one afternoon, my sister showed up at our house. She stood on the porch holding a framed version of Lily's drawing, tears in her eyes. "Can I talk to her?" she asked. I hesitated, then called Lily over. My sister knelt and said softly, "I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't realize how cruel I sounded. You're incredibly talented, and I was wrong to make fun of you." Lily looked uncertain but finally nodded. "It hurt," she said, "but thank you for saying sorry." My sister hugged her tightly. Later, when she left, she turned to me and said, "I saw the message you sent. You were right to call me out." I sighed. "You didn't just hurt her, Sarah. You reminded me of how many dreams this family has crushed with laughter." She nodded, tears in her eyes. "Maybe it's time that stops." Weeks went by, and something unexpected happened. My parents asked Lily to draw something for their living room wall. My brother's wife bought her sketchbooks for her birthday. And when my sister hosted another family dinner, she introduced Lily proudly to everyone as the future artist of the family. That night, as we were leaving, Lily slipped her hand into mine and said, Dad, they're nice now. I smiled. Sometimes people need to see the damage they cause before they learn how to love right. She grinned, then looked up at the stars. I think I'll draw this moment. And she did. The sky, the lights, the two of us walking away together. I looked at her drawing later that night, realizing something simple but powerful. The best revenge isn't anger. It's letting your light shine so bright that even the people who tried to dim it have no choice but to notice.